That's a 5-second violation. Thunder with the basketball. Paul George missed his first. That one goes.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
He'll take that any day.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
Westbrook, pass to the rim on a bad pass. Going to be taken away by the Warriors. Curry and drains it. His instincts are unnatural, but what makes him so good given the work he's put in?
The special thing about Stephen Curry is that his entire life he has practiced great habits. A lot of players practice and get up shots, but they don't practice the right habits, and that comes with the lineage. His father, Dale Curry, making sure that he puts in the time and effort, but the proper skill with the time and the effort.
To George. Oh, stolen by the Warriors. Draymond Green. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Buries the wide open 3. That's too easy.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose a dagger with the 3.
And the rebound comes to OKC. To Adams, to the outside. 4-3. Where's the chatter? No one was even close to him.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
That one off the mark. It's no good. Paul George sets him up, flushes down the slam. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Curry into the front court. Down 4. Lets it fly from long range. And Steph Curry dials in from 3. He has an uncanny approach to the game.
And did you see that? His eyes are his deadliest weapon. When he steps over half court, when he looks at the rim, that naturally throws the defender off. It makes the defender lean just a little bit. And just that millisecond of you wondering what he's going to do, splash is enough for him to exploit.
Iguodala to bring it up. Trailing by 4. To Green. Oh, good defense there. Thunder with the steal. From long range. Smothering D. Curry. Message received. Well defended. Oklahoma City's got it. Fires the 3. The hot shooting continues. He's got 12 in the first quarter, including that trifecta.
And Ed, did you see how quick his release was? There was no wasted motion from the waist up.
Here's a chance from long range. Livingston can't get that one to go. Defense was all over him. Beyond the arc for 3. He engulfed him that time.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
And too much contact.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's good D. Shot no good. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by the Warriors. Has a chance with the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Thunder. It stays with Golden State. Curry knocks it down. Defender has to get there next time.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Strong finisher, Paul George.
That's a good run right here to end the first quarter to open up that lead. If you're the coach of this team, you have to like the effort your guys are giving.
For three, the hot shooting continues. He's got 12 in the first quarter, including that trifecta.
And Ed, did you see how quick his release was? There was no wasted motion from the waist up.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
It's Steph for two. And the Thunder with the rebound. Westbrook with the basketball. They can get a 2 for 1 if they play this right. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
The free throw good. Cashes in on the three-point play. The lead now stands at 10. Golden State at the controls. Curry misfires. It's no good. Surveys the floor. Draymond Green. Huge block. Now pass taken away by the Thunder. Fires the three. That's how you defend.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
He'll let one fly from half court. 1 quarter down in this deciding Game 7. Jay and I return in a moment. This is the Western Conference Finals on EA Sports. Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. OKC ball. Warriors come away with it. Curry. He continues to light it up from downtown. 5 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and what's shocking, Ed, is that he's gotten so many open looks. Look, stay down in the stance, stay disciplined, stop losing him, stay attached to his hip, and force him to put the ball on the ground off those curls and finish over your bigs.
And draws the foul.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
And hits the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. To Curry. Going to launch beyond the arc. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Throws it down off the alley-oop pass. Jay, no question. There's an unspoken bond there.
Just on the same wavelength. And how about this? Sometimes a bad pass is a great pass when you have somebody as athletic as that can catch that anywhere and slam it down.
4-3. Won't go down. To Curry. Lets it fly from long range. No good. That's great defense.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Westbrook bothered just enough on that one. Curry into the front court. Down 11. And a whistle.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Oh, nice find for the basket.
Curry, obviously the greatest shooter we've ever seen. Yeah, I said it. But he's so good at driving and using his body to shield off the contact.
From long range, count the triple.
You live by the three, you die by the three. And guess what? They're living large right now.
Warriors basketball. Curry knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
Even though the coach initially may not like that shot, now he's clapping because that ball went in.
Westbrook with it. The lead stands at 9. Stuffs it down with authority.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Proud City.
And they call the foul. Felt the breeze there, Jay.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
George. Oh, straight down the middle for 2.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Nothing going here on that drive. Cousins there for the rebound. To Curry. Fires the 3. He was all over him.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D.
Oh, man. And it doesn't look good here. Billy Donovan's going to make some changes. You'd hate to see anybody get hurt. That appeared to be a lower body injury. And he adds the free throw. To Sean Livingston. Has a look. Livingston's shot won't go. To Butler. And scores. Strong take.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
And he stays cold from deep as he misses another one. It's no good. Butler into the front court. His guy's up by 15. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
The Thunder have the possession. Russell Westbrook matched up with the 2-time MVP. DeMarcus Cousins sends it away.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
George, and the rebound grabbed by the Warriors. To Curry. Gets to the basket and scores.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Oh, Russell Westbrook. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
Why not? Russell Westbrook is the only guy stopping Russell Westbrook. And when he decides to put his head down and go to the rim, he's going to the rim. It's that easy.
And knocks it down. And, Jay, the system produces once again.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Cruises inside for 2.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Thunder with the basketball. Westbrook. Oh, a whistle.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Westbrook. And the rebound comes down to Green. To Cousins. Here's a chance from long range, and it's grabbed by Westbrook. to Paul George. Beyond the arc for three. And Paul George, not sure why they left him that wide open. Takes advantage.
And the three-point shot of the offense applies so much pressure on the defense. You can no longer build your teams inside out. The new way, you build your team outside in.
Screen coming. Westbrook throws it up. A bad pass there. Warriors have it. Over to the right side. Curry buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
DeMarcus Cousins tips it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Curry. Great feed. Sets it up. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. And George able to gobble up the rebound. They'll go to Butler. Down low to Westbrook. For three. Not that time. He misses. Cousins. Defended by Markieff Morris. Deep two there. Won't go. Paul George. Great dish to set it up to Butler. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Curry. And the rebound taken by Butler. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer, we are at halftime in Game 7. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, fellas. Jalen here with your halftime report. The Thunder will start the second half with a decent lead. Clearly, the number of three-pointers these guys scored in the first half was incredible. And if they can keep that up, it's going to be tough to keep that team down. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Warriors were unable to find an offensive flow in the opening half.
Game track. Points in the paint.
The Golden State Warriors have been too soft once the opposition has gotten the ball into the paint. Even worse, they refuse to tighten up and make a difference about it. The problem became more apparent to me closer to halftime, resulting in the kind of plays in our highlight package.
Player of the half.
The film speaks for itself. He's definitely the player of the half. Back to
First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. George lobs it up on a bad pass. Going to be taken away by the Warriors. Had a good look there, but it's no good. Oklahoma City ball. George knocks it down.
Defense, do the math. You force him to take tough twos, you'll probably have a better chance to win this game if you can slow down the pace.
Curry cleans it up. Shot from the lane won't go.
Well, you can't finish with your right hand on the left side of the rim. You actually have to use your opposite hand. Steve Nash is one of the best at this. Different shots at different angles, high off the glass, expecting that there are trees down below with long wingspans that can block your shot.
The Thunder will use a timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Thunder with the basketball. Butler here against Steph. Goes to the right side. DeMarcus Cousins sends it away.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Curry missed it. Paul George to Westbrook. Driving right to the basket. Russell Westbrook powers it through.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Curry with the basketball. Down a bundle, and Cousins is fouled. Boogie going to the line. He's going to shoot 2.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Knocks down the first. Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. To George. Tosses. Couldn't keep it in. Out off Paul George. Oh, good defense there. Thunder with the steal. They love this hustle.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
To Cousins. Trying to cash in. DeMarcus Cousins. He has struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Russ at the controls. Fires the 3. Tough shot there for Westbrook. He always thinks it has a chance. To Curry. Going to launch beyond the arc. Trying for a 40-point night, but it's off the mark. And a whistle.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Russell Westbrook, defended by Quinn Cook. The crossover gets inside, and the slam dunk.
It can only be one of 2 things here. 1, the defender ran out of gas, or 2, this dude is just unstoppable.
Westbrook into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. 4-3. Off the mark. No good to Westbrook. Off the assist.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want.
Slam dunk, Russell Westbrook.
I know there's that old saying that says 1 man can't beat 5, but we're watching 1 man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Lets it fly from long range, and Steph. He can make that shot with his eyes closed. Wide open, knocks down the 3.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
It's good. Count the basket and the foul.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Jimmy Butler trying to cash in on a 3-point play. A career 83% free throw shooter. Free throw good to cap off the 3-point play as they continue to open things up here in the 3rd quarter. There's the toss. George. Oh, stolen by the Warriors. To Curry. Not that time.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which now, out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Curry, he's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
From long range. That is no good. Very curious shot selection right there. To Butler. Cousins to Curry. Has a chance. Shot by Curry, no good. To Westbrook. Lays it up and in.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat five. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Here's Curry with it up top. His guy's down big. Has a look. Wide open look, won't go. To Paul George. From the painted area, won't go down. To Westbrook. To Green. Fires the three. Off the iron. No good. That is great vision to set it up. George. They have to keep him in their grasp. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
That's not his range. It's no good. Curry to bring it up. He'll run the offense. Textbook defense. Paul George to Butler. Adams. Not a good shot there as he misses it. It's Cook with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Russell Westbrook rocking the rim. Where did that come from?
It's like he got in an elevator and went to floor 8. And Ed, I have to say something, okay? 6'3", 6 feet, 5'11", those aren't small guys. In the big scheme of things, they're pretty tall compared to the average person in public.
I feel like you're speaking from experience.
Everyday experience, my friend. Every day.
Curry. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Steph lets loose. It's George with the rebound.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
The Warriors with the basketball to begin the fourth quarter. And this has not been one of their better performances to this point. They've been out of sorts all afternoon.
And one of the most difficult challenges we have in this life is when we bring our personal life into our workspace. It looks like they were never in the game to begin with.
Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
This is why I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
2-point shot for Curry. And the rebound corralled by Westbrook. Butler to George. Draymond Green able to recover with the block. Foot was on the line. It's a turnover. It's Steph at the controls. Here's a chance from long range. It's no good. Shot's not going down. To Adams. Count the bucket for 2.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
To Westbrook. Butler. Green gets it in the right corner. Curry. That's off the side of the rim, short.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Westbrook. And the rebound belongs to Golden State. Curry. Tough shot. Well defended. To Adams. To Green. Cousins. And it's Butler who grabs the rebound. To Paul George. A bad pass there. Warriors have it. Stephen Curry with a look. And he hits.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Oklahoma City's got it. Russell Westbrook, defended by Steph Curry. Beyond the arc for 3. That won't go. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Curry. That no good. Off the mark. Westbrook across the timeline. His guys holding the big lead. DeMarcus Cousins. He's 3 for 7.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Westbrook to George. And scores.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Adams looking for his man. Easy path to the rim.
This just blows my mind. The lane was so open. It almost looks like the offense is trying to make the layup even more difficult than what it was. They look bored out there.
It's Curry controlling the offense. Great defense, forcing the miss.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Now pass taken away by the Thunder. George, he's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
It's nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off 3-point shots.
Can't connect. It's no good. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, off the mark. To Curry. Short jumper, off the mark. George, well, the hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
And Jay, they call the foul.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Curry can't connect. To Curry. For 3, Stephen Curry surpassing his own NBA record, his 14th three-pointer of the ball game.
Ed, he just made me tap my own chest and touch the sky.
Russell Westbrook in a matchup with Boogie. Oh, they call him for the foul.
Just a tic-tac foul.
George. To Butler. Westbrook. The pass set it all up.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
He's looking for that touch.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Curry. And the rebound comes down to the Thunder. Here's Westbrook controlling the offense. Fires the three, and it's Cook who grabs the rebound. Green to Curry. Oh, George with a piece. And that's going to be out of bounds off of George. Oh, good defense there. Thunder with the steal.
I tried to work the clock here, but you have to take care of the ball in this possession.
Flushes down the slam. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And ooh, I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on the defensive end, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative, because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is.
Really? And Jimmy Butler, all in stride. Catch and shoot three is good.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line, because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
To Paul George. Going to launch beyond the arc. Offensive board. And they call it.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
Cook to bring it into the front court. Down a bundle. Oh, knocks it down from three.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
George, defended by Cousins. Deep three at the buzzer. Oh, how about that? A three at the buzzer. It's going to bring some icy stares from the other bench. This one is now all over.
And I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Thunder will represent the West in the NBA Finals after today's landmark victory. After a season of adversity, this has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.
I be paranoid, I gotta keep. I got like me this right in the money. I love it even though it's bad. I can't let none of these get into my head. You know my friends locked up, got caught up in the feds. You know my sins washed up, yeah, free my said. I be close to saying they supposed to say. Sometimes I wanna go ghost, I might go in my head. Still screaming free the fam, they coming home now. All this up on my, I gotta now. How you real, you can't even walk through your hometown. I'm barely home now, on the road now. All in the MIA, oh, like this. Boy, you get no love, you get 10 toes down. My go down, rats can't fold down. My go down, we ain't gon' put on the fourth down. We on the hunt, we want more now. Real from the jump, we on now. Swear no more going broke now. Might do a show in your town. Wait till I bring that. I'm on no road bounce. I be paranoid, I gotta keep. I got like me this right in the money. I love it even though it's bad. I can't let none of these get into my head. And all my friends locked up, got caught up in the feds. And all my sins washed up, yeah, free my.
The NBA season has come down to this. This is it for all the marbles. Game 7 of the NBA Finals. We're at Chesapeake Energy Arena in downtown OKC. Tonight, it's the Oklahoma City Thunder getting set to match up with the Toronto Raptors. Hi, everyone. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. Jay, we look at the Thunder coming in. They know what's at stake. This is it. One game to decide the NBA Finals.
Well, here we are. This is what you dream about. A Game 7, a one-game series for the NBA championship. This has been one heck of a thrilling ride so far. I'm just so grateful to be here courtside to watch this happen in front of my own eyes. This has really been a dream come true.
Leonard, yes. Or in the case of the defense, not good.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
From long range, where's the chatter? No one was even close to him.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Trying to cash in. He's too good to leave that wide open. Defense has to communicate.
I mean, this is something everybody can relate to in their lives. It's happened to me while doing broadcasts as well. Sometimes you're physically there, but mentally you're nowhere to be found. We obviously saw one of those same things happen on the court.
OKC ball. Paul George. That'll get out off the Raptors. It stays with Oklahoma City. George. The Thunder down to 4 in the shot clock and count the basket inside.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Across the timeline, it's Lowry. 10-6 our score. Now pass taken away by the Thunder.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
Has a look. Doesn't get the bounce. The follow won't go either. To Leonard. Going to launch beyond the arc. 9 points for him to start the game. He's hit 3 threes in this first quarter. Lights out from downtown.
And defensively, you have to stay in these guys' pocket. Force him to be a driver rather than a shooter.
Leonard on fire to start this one. 4 threes in this first quarter alone.
And I love this offense in the playbook. It's called give him the ball and get out the way.
There's the toss. Flushes down the slam. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Here's a chance from long range. Buries it.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are squared to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
Smothering D. To Paul George. Paul George, 2 for 3 now here in the first.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
4-3. Tough shot. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
The Thunder have the possession to George. Over to the right side. Westbrook. That's off the side of the rim. Short. To Leonard. Beyond the arc for three. Count the triple.
Just let me break down to all the young players at home how special of a pass this was. That was a perfect delivery, and it hit the player right in the chest.
Paul George to Westbrook. To Danny Green. Leonard. And the rebound taken in by George. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. How's that for a start? 14 points in this first quarter as he knocks down the three.
And look, I know this requires great conditioning on the defensive part, but you have to start denying him the ball. Make him catch the ball further away from the basket.
Fires the three. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
For three, that's good D. Shot no good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Thunder with the basketball. It's Westbrook. Won't go.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
To Ibaka, picked up by the Thunder.
It's early. Get a good quality shot here.
Curling inside. Another chance. Lets it fly from long range, buries it on the catch and shoot.
And I just hear my high school coach preaching this thing to me every single day, and it's still pertinent for the NBA. It's all about spacing. And when you have guys who are lethal three-point shooters and they understand spacing, oh, that whole floor opens up, and that's a thing of beauty to watch.
Deep left corner. Fires the three. Oh, good offense beating good defense.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Lowry, and it's rebounded by Adams. Has a chance. Gets a shot up off the mark. From long range. Missed it.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
1 quarter down in this deciding Game 7. And we're back after this. You're tuned into the NBA Finals on EA Sports. Good start to this one. After 1 quarter play, on to the second period. Jay, neither team was able to get control to start this one.
Well, first off, I'm going to take my analytical hat off and then put my fan hat on. This has been a blasé first quarter. Not good, not bad, right in between. Let's see how both teams come out and try to adjust themselves in the second half.
Lays it up and in.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Taken by the Raptors. Going to launch beyond the arc. Off the iron. No good. Here's a chance from long range. Great pass to set it up. Adams. Ah, the monster stuff. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Not that time. To Paul George. 4-3. And Paul George good on the quick release there.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the three.
Kawhi Leonard matched up with Paul George. Sets him up, flushes down the slam. Jay, that's a strong connection.
And it's always about the play before the play. Look how the eyesight was able to connect between two players. We call that an eyesight contract, because when you have a contract that's signed, sealed, and then delivered like that, that's how great plays are made.
Beyond the arc for three. No good. Lets it fly from beyond the arc and knocks it down. And Jay, so much better to get that three-point shot than one instead from 22 feet.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
It's good. Coach wants to see more from his D.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Ibaka, you could see Serge salivate. Wide open, he drills it.
Ooh, welcome to the new reality. Positionless basketball. Bigs are now PGs with the ability to drain threes.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Toronto has the basketball. Lowry against the former MVP. Fires the three. Danny Green can't get that one to go. Defense all over him.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
The pass taken away.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
For three, he buries it.
Well, they're shooting the ball at an amazing clip, and when they shoot the ball this well, they're essentially unguardable. And Ed, let me tell you what that does for the team. It eventually opens up space to put the ball down on the ground and get to the rim. That's how critical the three-point shot is.
Lets it fly from long range. Off the mark. No good. Leonard. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. And they call the foul. Felt the breeze there, Jay.
A simple touch foul.
Fires the three. They have to keep him in their grasp.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Leonard, no good. That's great defense. From long range, knocks it down.
Everything looks great when you shoot the ball like this. And yes, Ed, this team does have some issues, but they are all masked and camouflaged with this shooting display we're watching.
Oklahoma City's got it. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. He was all over him. Here's a chance from long range. Is good.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Up 5 seconds. Leonard. Short jumper won't go down. For three. Shakes free and and hits.
As a defender, you should take it personally when a contested three goes in. That's good defense, but it's not good enough.
Ball controlled by Kyle Lowry. Beyond the arc for three. Can't get the bounce. Sizing up the defense. Knocked loose. Adams. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Knocks it down. Defender has to get there next time.
Great shot by the offense, but the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough two than a wide open three.
And the rebound taken in by OKC. Fires the three. Tough shot. He hits.
I mean, does he have eyes in the back of his head or what? I get paid money to watch and study this game daily. Even I didn't see that angle.
Trying to cash in. Their shot by Lowry misses. Knocked loose. Nothing's going to stop him in pursuit of the basketball. Good defense. He had nowhere to go. The result, jump ball. After the tie-up, they're in position for the jump ball. For three. Now that's a contest. Pascal Siakam to Lowry. Lets it fly from long range. That one off the mark. It's no good. To Westbrook. Fires the three. Rebound taken by Toronto. Has a look. Deep two there. Won't go. Oklahoma City ball. From long range. Raptors have the rebound. Lowry. Not that time. That misses with 2 seconds to go. We are at halftime in Game 7. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose and our EA Sports halftime report.
The Thunder didn't hold back in that opening half. And these guys have every reason to feel good about how they scored effectively in that opening half. Great offense. The Thunder were the dominant team in that first half, without question. And they've been showing off some excellent shooting. And it's ultimately point. The Raptors may be in the building.
Game track. Steals.
The Toronto Raptors have already given up a number of steals in this game. And that
Game track. Steals.
the Toronto Raptors are trailing so far, and that's mostly due to sloppy ball handling. The ball security needs to improve if they want to stay competitive in this matchup. Ball control was at its worst in the opening quarter.
Player of the half.
I like this choice because he really put on a show in the opening half. There's a reason he's a fan favorite. Here we go with the top 3 plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
To Ibaka. Serge Ibaka slams it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Shot by Westbrook off the mark. Going to launch beyond the arc. Misfires. It's no good. Here's a chance from long range. Won't go down. Kicks it around the perimeter. 4-3. Buries the wide-open three. That's too easy.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jacking back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Thunder with the basketball. Beyond the arc for three. Cleans it up. They call a 3-second violation.
I rob a man, cause I know they're robbing me. Just keep it warm, just keep it warm. You ain't got a lot of me. Don't point up, don't even say hi to me. I rob a man, cause I know they're robbing me. I rob a man, cause I know they're robbing me. Just keep it warm, just keep it warm. You ain't got a lot of me. Don't point up, don't even say hi to me. I rob a man, cause I know they're robbing me. See what? Teamwork made the dream work. Teamwork. Teamwork made the dream work. Teamwork. Teamwork made the dream work. Teamwork. Teamwork made the dream work. Now every day I be counting it up. Screaming your name and they proud of you up. This don't let me down when you walk. They say I'm Cali, but we be the best. Keep it above, but you keeping it less. Fight for my chest, so I keep me a bless. I hope you first sleep in the nest. So that my chain, I be like the Wallace. My whole family life a record. The way that I I gotta make sure the money keep calling. I said it, boy, y'all ballin'. Couple of things that I need to sharpen. So they let my stall. I sick of they body, no time for no bargain. Gotta feel my only son. Gotta feel my little daughter. She cherish everything that I taught her. Worth more than anything I ever bought her. Hitting in every track, I'm a slaughter. If I come up short, then they come up short. No time to bother, don't even bother. Oh, what your and my kids ever bothered, yeah. I shed some tears when I rush. Be hurting inside, no one notices. Can't let them abuse me, don't notice it. Just get off the ladder, no blowing that money, ain't talking to win. My piece is hitting like I got a pin. I know these don't want me to win. When it is hate, become a trend, yeah. I rob a man, cause I know they're robbing me. Just keep it warm, just keep it warm. You ain't got a lot of me. Don't point up, don't even say hi to me. I rob a man, cause I know they're robbing me. I rob a man, cause I know they're robbing me. Just keep it warm, just keep it warm. You ain't got a lot of me. Don't point up, don't even say hi to me. I rob a man, cause I know they're robbing me. Teamwork, teamwork made the dream work. 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 Ladies, sisters, maybe couple, but it's all good with me. They say that I've been in my A.
The NBA season has come down to this. This is it for all the marbles. Game 7 of the NBA Finals. From the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden in Midtown Manhattan. Tonight, the New York Knicks getting set to match up with the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Thunder begin the game with the basketball. Westbrook. It's no good. Shots not going down. Smith now into the front court. He'll run the offense. 4-3. His first effort off the mark. Fires the three. Knocks it down.
Ooh, welcome to the new reality. Positionless basketball. Bigs are now PGs with the ability to drain threes.
Kevin Durant has it. Driving right to the basket. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. To Paul George. DeAndre Jordan sends it away. Out of bounds. Last touch by DeAndre Jordan. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. And hits the first free throw. Hits a second. One more coming. And he missed it. 2 for 3 on this trip. To Irving. Tosses. Oh, good work to step in front. The pass taken away.
I'm hearing some boos from the crowd. They know, just like I know, you're not getting back on D.
Durant with the basketball up top. A minute gone by here in the opening quarter. Kevin Durant missed his first. That one goes.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Jordan to Dennis Smith Jr. They've got it now. Smith now buries it on the catch and shoot.
Not everybody possesses this power, but wow, what court awareness.
Westbrook with the basketball. Leads 3. George, he made his first effort, but not that time.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Knicks with the basketball to Durant. Here's a chance from long range. He made his first effort, but not that time. To George. Oh, mistake there as the pass stolen by the Knicks.
It's early. Get a good quality shot here.
Lays it in off the alley-oop pass.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
George shakes free and hits.
And here's the setup, Ed, down the stretch. From a player who's been in these type of positions, eventually I'm going to hit you with a head fake, and you're going to have to jump considering I just made the last couple of threes. And that's when I find an easy way to get to the rim or force the defense to collapse. The kick out for, guess what, another one.
Tough shot there for Westbrook. He always thinks it has a chance. Irving knocks it down. Defender has to get there next time. Jay, you've known Kyrie Irving since he was a young man growing up in New Jersey. He's overcome a lot of obstacles, chief among them staying healthy and on the floor.
Yeah, Ed, he's been battling injuries since his freshman year of college, but the beautiful thing about Kyrie Irving is that he always loves the big stage. Making the game-winning shot in Game 7, he will continue to do so when he surrounds himself with great, inspiring leaders with the likes of such Kobe Bryant.
That won't go. Into the front court comes Smith. Leads 4 to Jordan. DeAndre Jordan, look out. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Won't go down. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Smith to Durant. Fires the 3, and Kevin Durant, all in one motion, hits it off the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Russell Westbrook still gets it to go down with a hand in his face.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing.
To Westbrook from long range. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Irving to Jordan, down low. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
The free throw good as he completes the three-point play. And the lead is up to 9. George, yes. Or in the case of the defense, Not good. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Lets it fly from long range. Oh, that's how it's done.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
To Paul George. Paul George, 4 out of 7.
I know these mishaps happen defensively, but sometimes this can be the best thing for an offensive player who maybe hasn't found his rhythm yet. Don't let him get going.
The pass set it all up.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
New York in control of the basketball. Dennis Smith Jr., defended by Steven Adams. And scores. Strong take.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
To Westbrook. For 3. That no good. Off the mark. Durant across the timeline. Lead stands at 7. Oh, they call the foul.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Irving. Beyond the arc for 3. That one off the mark. It's no good. Dotson, guarded by Morris. Steven Adams tips it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Off the mark.
And I'm telling you from personal experience, those are the ones that keep you up late at night. A point-blank miss right there. You got to make those.
Durant here against Morris. Shot from in close, no good. Late heave to beat the buzzer. 1 quarter down in this deciding Game 7. And we're back after this.